hey, it generally means that it's expression.
Oh. Okay.
It's the expression of shin lamedness. Well, hey is to reveal or to express. It's like, opening up something.
Did you get it?
No,
I forgot
which here. Shin Vav Lamed.
You're at Shin Vav Mem.
Yeah.
Shin Vav Mem, so you have to go back. There's a Shin Vav Lamed. It means apprentice. What does that mean?
Skirt of a robe.
Okay, now why? Let's think about this. The margin in a book. See this margin here?
Mm-hmm.
That's a Shin Vav Lamed. A skirt of a robe. So here, I'm going to write this down. You got skirt.
Well, that's one in here says hem of his robe.
Skirt, hem, margin, and you've also got apprentice. The apprentice is up here, right? Mm-hmm. No, here. Apprentice and what else? Shin Vav Lamed. Now you add a tet and it has to do with something else. Okay, now let's look up Shin Yod Lamed.
Shin.
There's Vav Mem, so you have to be here. Shin. Oh. No, you're still at Shin Vav. You got to go to the next page. Shin Het, so Shin Yod would be that way. Nope. No, you're still that way. That's Shin Het, so it's next letter. Het, next Yod. Okay, Shin Yod Lamed. It's Shin Yod Ayin, Shin Yod Nun, Shin Yod Mem, Shin Yod Lamed. Now, there isn't a Shin Yod Lamed. See, there's a Shin Yod Kaf, and then there's a Shin Yod Lamed Yod Nun Nun. But I know that Yod Nun Nun doesn't necessarily change the meaning of the word, but it talks about shilling, and it comes from an FW, which is a foreign word, which is English shilling. So I can't necessarily use this.
No,
other than the fact it's related to Gothic for a shield, and shield. See, I can't do anything with a shield now. So I can say, well, this one doesn't do me any good. How about just plain old Shin Lamed? So that would be a couple. Next one.
Here we are.
Right here. Error, offense, or crime, or that which belongs to. Now, a minute ago, I just thought, wait a minute, Shin Yod Lamed said something of, I'm going to write this down now. It said something about shilling, which actually is money. And it also said something about a shield, right?
No, that's this one?
The one
Shin Yod Lamed.
Crossed out. Okay.
I just want to show you what looks like something you can cross out because it comes from a foreign word, which is Gothic, which has to do with the shield. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
it looks like it doesn't work, but I will show you this. It says it has to do with a shilling or a shield, and Shin Lamed literally means that which belongs to ... somebody.
To in the Bible and ancient manuscripts occurring only. Okay, but there's a whole long thing of them.
Okay, so it says something about Solomon's bed there, and what it means is, if you're referencing something that's yours to possess or something that identifies you, a shield is not just something to hold up, but a crest or a shield, like a heraldic symbol, is something that belongs to your family name. It's your identity. How many shillings you have in your pocket? Well, you want a place to stay? Here, give me some of your shillings. You give me what belongs to you. I don't give what belongs to me. We'll swap. We'll buy. So Shin Lamed literally, even in the word shilling and shield, has to do with that which belongs to. What's an apprentice? It's the sidekick, the lackey, the understudy, the hanyaker of the crew, of the master, of the same way a margin has to do, it belongs to the page, but it's not, you're not really looking at the margin. It's the what?
It's less important than the...
Yeah, it's just the thing that kind of puts it all together. It's kind of like going back to what we were saying about the squire compared to the knight. So you'll see that all these words now fit together. Do you have Shin Lamed Hey there?
No, but I was just looking at this one, and this we talked about like the first time that you were here and talking about the door, and that it's the thing that it's the hinge. Do you remember that?
Yeah. But that's the word shalav.
Okay, now what did you
shelv,
look at?
a shin lamed hey.
A sheen, lamed.
This is a shin lamed vav, which is quiet or tranquility. The hey would be before this. It's on the previous page then. Probably down there somewhere.
Here it is.
Shin lamed hey. So what does that mean? To be quiet or at ease, tranquil or careless. That's very similar to shin lamed vav. So if shin lamed hey means quiet or at ease, you could say, what has that got to do with that which belongs to, or shilling, or shield, or hurt, or stem, or
It
margin?
talks about being deceived, false hopes, misled.
Okay, what if somebody said, you need to time out. You go sit by yourself and calm down.
Mm-hmm.
You are to be sent out by yourself, to be left with yourself, to be at ease. Which basically is, even a picture of Shabbat, you could say, well, that which belongs to yourself, quiet down, no other stuff. You see what I'm just trying to say that you can deduce Sheen Lamed. Now I happen to know, if you look back at the first letter Sheen, the Sheen means who, in the sense of who is something. And then you could say Lamed has to do, it's this corkscrew shape, which has to do with turning around and around and around and around, because it has to do with teach and learn. So you could say the one who teaches and learns, or the one who turns around. What's that?
It's like Obama evolving.
Turning round and round and round,
Yeah.
evolving,
Yeah.
You could
devolving.
say,
Get up in a tree pretty soon.
that which belongs to, you could say it has to do with turn around and see. So turns to reflect. The reason I say reflect is because if hey is to see, and if you see something back around, well, that's like in a mirror. A lamed hey has to do with reflecting back. So this might sheen lamed has to do with somehow a reflection. Maybe. I'm just trying to. Is a reflection the main thing? No, a reflection is a secondary thing. A reflection compared to the main thing is kind of like the margin compared to the text, or the apprentice compared to the master. And you could say, well, now it says we see as through a glass darkly, but then face to face. So the image of what we behold now is just like this foggy, kind of a foggy image. So you could say this is, say, a foggy reflection. So you could say, well, okay, let's go back. A foggy reflection unto my it. Foggy reflection unto my it. Well, unto my it sounds like in regards to the itness. The itness of that page is the text. The margin around the end, it's just blank white. It's just kind of a foggy, it kind of is like a mat around a painting. The yard around the house. It's not the main thing, it's the other stuff. So, okay, now, so you go back, so you could say, well, in the year of the death of King Ahasuerus, or you could say, in shame, the teeth of death, then you could say, well, the word king is melech, but the word, not necessarily king, it's also your, the kaf is at the end, but the word melech also means one who takes counsel. Okay, so you could say with shame, the teeth of death, the counsel of the glory of Yahweh. it to our shame, Israel, the teeth of death have sunk into the counsel of the greatness of Yahweh. But he will turn it around. Remember, the vav can mean to turn back around from past to future. But he will turn around. He will yet restore the exhibition or display of his judgments, of his decision to return the heights of the great exalted throne, which itself was lifted away, and the reflection of it, the image of it, which is a place where the amassing of all the fullness is actually the power and capacity to prevail. Now suddenly this sounds like a great hope of the restoration of the kingdom to Israel.
But
We'd have to render it again, but what I'm saying is that you could look back and say, but what did this verse say?
yeah, well, the question was, well, where are the legs? But we decided there was no legs. I don't know. I mean, that's when we started out looking for the legs.
The legs of this page are the margin.
Okay.
Are those legs?
No. Okay.
What are the legs? The legs are the
The sturdy, the foundation.
that which supports